But in any case, this is game number 2 of Spain versus France. First game was a pretty big shutdown by, I think, by Spain, right? Yes, by Spain.
Yes, Spain.
Spain, Ocelot playing Anivia did extremely well and got super fed, killed Karthus on the enemy team very well. So here we go. Let me go ahead and switch over. So I'm going to have a quick little pause. And back to recording. So here we go. I don't know. We may see some level 1 here. I'm not sure. But Arene is standing in the bush and being a little sneaky. There's the CV. They did catch them, so they're going to have to scatter like a bunch of troops from Command and Conquer when you hit the, I think, like I button or something like that. Just flip out in different directions. And let me change the interface size here. There we go. That's much better. And now I'll turn off the music volume, turn down the sound effects. There we go. Now we should have an optimal viewing experience. So, my co-caster today, by the way, for anyone wondering, is, I don't know, you go by Scarm, right? Or not? Or, wait, Hawkeye, sorry.
Yeah, Scarm's the less cool.
The less cool version of the admins. Alright. So there you have it. Hawkeye is my co-caster today. One of the ESL admins, if you are curious. And yep, there we go. There's the level 1 double golems being picked up by the bottom lane. Kind of a standard thing that you see being done in these bottom lanes when it's safe to do so, because you can actually have your jungler run up into the enemy jungle and maybe go for the wraiths or go for an early gank, and then by the time you actually do get down to your small golems, they will have respawned at that point. So it's not too bad. Plus, your bottom lane gets to level 2 much quicker than the enemy bottom lane, and that could be a quick amount of extra damage, or something like that that just kind of swings the lane into your favorite early game.
And it's great with the strong CC supports, like getting Alistair to level 2. Even a couple of seconds quicker can grant you a kill.
Yeah, and there it is. They just dinged 2, and Kuja Geo are still waiting on that level 2. Here's a quick level 2 gank by Arene coming up. He's going to throw down a bit of damage, but he might actually get himself killed. He had to flash out. He hit 1 bullet, not really even doing anything. And now he's going to get first blooded by Jothi here, who comes up, picks it up with the red buff, and he's going to take a blue. Oh, wow, what a nice binding from Ocelot. That could potentially save him, but there's a flash being used. No, he does go down, though. That was a great job, a great use of that flash. And I think Ocelot's getting baited here as well. He's going to have to flash out. He does get feared. And could he go down for another kill? Yes, that's a double kill by Jothi. What a great pickup there. And that's going to be a huge, huge hit to, man, that's really bad. But a great start for France overall for their jungler. And Jothi's going to be very strong moving into the game. He might even get a quick level 6 and be able to continue ganking.
Yeah, and Nocturn, not one of those people you want to see pick up 2 quick kills.
Oh, no.
Just that ability to move around the map and jumping with that ult. If he's ahead of the people he's ganking in levels, he's trouble.
Indeed. So that should be good. I wonder if he's going to put some pressure down onto this bottom lane as soon as he backs out. The bottom lane is pretty pushed up, but I'm curious if that's going to stay that way. Apparently, Hein actually pushed out his lane. I see he's low, but he pushed it to the tower there. Oh, I'm silly. I'm looking at the wrong side. I'm not looking at the colors. That's what happens whenever I see the whole map. There, that would be better if I push the D button and I can see the right. I do that a lot whenever I'm observing because you can see everything. So I just like see something and I comment on it. Alright, here we go. Looks like Arene coming up for a little bit of warding, or not warding, but a little bit of ganking, and Skyret was coming down with a ward, so he actually solved that. Gangplank only level 2. That's pretty bad. You've already got a level 4 Nocturne with a double buff. That really, really hurt him bad, getting caught out of position there, having to bust his flash, and then losing that blue buff to Nocturne. Nocturne just refreshed his blue buff on his own there as well, so So yeah, I think that the Pirate's going to have to really make up for this in some way or another later on. I'm not sure what he's going to do, but it's just looking kind of scary for him at this point. And Jothy's actually going in for some counter jungling, knowing that he's stronger than Pirate, that if he sees the Pirate in here, oh wow, actually he gets caught by Ocelot. Apparently did they have a ward there? Yeah, they did. They had a ward, so they saw him coming in for the counter jungle. Didn't matter, he still got the big Wraith and 2 of the other ones, I believe, and got away safely.
Yeah, and Gangplank, unfortunately, one of those junglers who's very dependent on getting ganks early, so dying that early in the game really is going to set him back.
Yeah, it did. It really did. He's still level 2, and now he's just barely picking up his small golems. Jothy probably going to hit level 5 soon as well, and he could not be having a better game right now. So, big props to him for being in the right position, I guess. That was just nice timing and almost bad timing for the Pirate to try and gank Cassiopeia there. And Ocelot now being pushed out of the lane, almost getting killed by the Cassiopeia, and he's going to have to get out of there. He's going to lose a couple of creeps to the tower, especially this nice big juicy cannon minion. And up top, Jothy is actually putting a little bit of a gank on the Hind, getting exhausted, and lots of damage. Fear getting down, another kill to Jothy, 3-0. All kills going to that Nocturn, all full gold assists, or not assists, but full gold kills, in addition to a first blood. He is going to be stacked on items. Let's see what he buys when he goes back. What can he afford? He's going to already have a Wriggles built up at 6 minutes, and he is also level 5, probably level 6 very soon. Aaron did get 4. It looks like he got some experience from those creeps there, and that helped him out quite a bit. And down bottom, looks like Sona was back at the tower, and XP took a little bit of damage from that. So I think as the game goes on, let's see how he's doing in farm, actually. That's going to be the big factor. Actually, Vayne is quite a bit behind on farm. She's around 14 behind. Now, that could either stay throughout the laning phase, or as she is now gets level 6, she could become a much bigger threat to XPK and Sona here, just because once you pop that ulti plus a Janna shield, that's going to be big damage, and it's going to be hard for them to zone. Aaron getting caught once again. I think there could be a dive here. No, he flashes, so his flash is now down. If he gets caught again in a jungle, he will go down to Jothy. He's not able to do anything to him at this point. Seems like Hind's doing really well against Udyr up here in the top lane. He's full health, got him down below half, and that's not bad. He picked up that Ninja Tabby. That's going to help him a lot. So that's probably one big factor as to how well he's doing against this Udyr. Those dodges and armor are very underrated, I think.
Yeah, Ninja Tabby is a very underrated item. People don't give it credit, but against someone like an Udyr, who is someone we see dominating top lanes now, it's invaluable.
Look at these dives going down here on the bottom. They ran right past the tower, a little bit of an ulti. Not much mana left for Jothy. He gets knocked back with the ulti from Tristana, just for defense, though. Obviously not going to get a kill. And now they're going to be able to probably zone out these guys quite a bit. And XPK is very low. I don't think he's going to have any fear of being dove here, but you know, at the same time, they do need to be careful. That tower is half HP. If they continue to put down pressure on it, it could go down. Morgana, though, putting as much pressure mid while this is happening down bottom. That's a smart thing to do, knowing that he won't be able to get down there in time to do much if he did head that direction. Actually, he wasn't able to put much damage on the tower, unfortunately. I guess it took him a little longer to push it than he had wanted to. We could see some dragon fight soon, however. There's a ward going down on it for the map control, and I think that early dragon fight is going to be a pretty big factor, however. Oh wow, look at this. Vayne doing a great job. Oh no, not taking a tower hit, though. That's not what you want to do in a lane that has no heals. That's the only problem. Yeah, go ahead.
That's where I think the difference in farm is coming from, because Tristana's not gone back yet. Whereas Vayne's had to go back at least once to pick up boots.
Yeah, that does give her an advantage in the lane as well. She can last hit easier, as well as chase down XPK and put down some harass on him. Luckily, he has that Sona, and he can easily just get it healed back up. But eventually, Sona, as you can see, is going to run out of mana, which he is now out of mana at the tower. and cannot really use that for an ultimate once she hits 6, which she's probably going to be 6 soon. Alright, let's see. What did Udyr do? Yeah, Udyr now has his Wriggles, so he's going to be quite unharassable in the lane. There's nothing that I can see Aurelia doing against him in a full-out fight. And see, Pirate actually going to have... Finally has his Madreds, but still working on getting that Wriggles. So far behind. That is unfortunate for him. Level 7 jungle here on Nocturne. He's actually going for that Brutalizer already and has his brown boots. He's going to be picking up this blue, and I'm guessing we'll see a gank either down bottom or potentially, no, mostly bottom lane. I don't think he would try and go for Morgana. She can just Black Shield and bind and ult. So one of those ungankable lanes. It's very unfortunate. I hate having a Morgana in middle lane because it's like, oh, that's just one lane that there's no reason for me to ever even visit.
Yeah, well, that, and then with an Udyr top, there's really 2 lanes with champions that you just can't really harass.
Yeah,
even bringing in the jungler doesn't do much.
Yeah, so most of the pressure has to be either placed down bottom lane or in counter jungling, which he's doing a great job of. You can see him. He's been roaming around the jungle a lot. Look at all this map control, all these wards. There's 4 wards around the area of the dragon, and so they have complete confidence in taking this right now. All 4 of them in here, and nobody from... Yeah, there's a pirate ultimate, but that's it. Ooh, did they get it? I think that they did not. Yeah, okay. So they did get it. That's good. But anyways, yeah, Spain had no one there in that area to even contest that. But I'm curious how they even did they CV it? Yeah, I'm guessing he CV'd it because he just threw it down an ulti there, just assuming. Alright, let's take a look at farm again. We've got 80 for Cass, 87 Vayne. So everyone on France is farming extremely well. Only one here, it looks like Tristana has been catching up. She's got now more. She was behind. Wait, no, was she behind? No, she was actually ahead. Okay, yeah, she was like 14 ahead at first, and then Vayne started to catch up. But Tristana, yeah, is just still keeping a slight lead on that Vayne. And as she levels up higher, I think it's going to be even easier for you because she gets that explosive shot, which will start to gib all of the creeps around.
Yeah, and Vayne, a little bit rougher to farm on, but just adding to this team's... I mean, the chasing ability that France has right now, if Spain loses a team fight, they're going to lose a couple of people running away to Nocturne and Vayne.
Let's see if this Ocelot can do some damage to Udyr. He probably saw that coming. Yes, he did. So he's going to flash out. That's good, though. They did bust the flash on Udyr. He's not going to be able to use that offensively now. And potentially for another gank, they won't have that either. But if she was able to land a binding, that would actually be much better than having a Nocturne jump in there for the gank. However, the problem with her leaving like that is it gave away that tower. That's unfortunate. She went up top to pop a flash, and it actually came to bite her because that middle tower is much more valuable than popping a flash.
Yep, and I mean, you want to look for the bright side of any engage, but they're really, you can't trade a tower. You know, even if you gotten the kill top, you're now 1 in 3, and you've still lost that mid tower, which this early in the game really makes laning rough.
Yeah, it'll make it a little easier for Morgana to lane because she can kind of freeform. Oh, wow, look at this. There's a teleport coming in. Hind teleports into 2 people in a tri-brush, which is really awkward to me. He just goes down instantly. That was a very silly move on his part. Giving another kill yet to France, and now Morgana using her ultimate to help herself escape. Geo putting big damage, trying to pick up the kill, just needs, yeah, there it is, there's a flash, and pops his passive, and that's a pickup there for him. Tristana now trying to run away, very low, gonna jump over the wall, but catch Janna maybe, and get, oh, is Janna gonna pick up a kill, potentially? Yes! Janna does with that auto attack, too strong, and that's just very sick right there. That's 6-1 now. They did lose the Cassiopeia, but
Nocturne got out.
Yeah.
And incredibly was able to get out there. And through all this, we've got Udyr pushing.
And the same time Udyr is taking that top tower, I think that he'll be able to take it to about half or below before it gets pushed back. Yeah, even lower. Bet up to 3rd almost. That's a really nice push on his part.
And just bad luck for Spain. They're teleporting onto a ward that was right next to
4 people.
one of France's ward. And so they saw him coming the whole time, and we're just waiting.
Yeah, that's... Ow. That's just ow. I don't know how else to say it. He thought he was being sneaky, but he just gave up a free kill there, essentially. Alright, so looking bad, man. I think this is going to be going to, if not careful, it's going to be going to a best of 3. After all, I mean, it is best of 3. It's going to be going to a game 3, sorry.
And always exciting. You've always got to root for the team that lost game 1 because everybody wants to see a game 3.
They lost very heavy-handedly as well, but they picked it up this one for sure and showed that they are not going to get walked on. They're not a bad team. They just had a bad game, and that happens to the best of them. I mean, we've seen the best players do some of the silliest stuff, and it's really hard to come back in these competitive environments. If you make 1 or 2 mistakes in the laning phase, potentially, you're going to not be able to come back ever from that. Because I think one of the things that separates really good players from average players is the fact that they are able to consistently take advantage of mistakes from the enemy player. And anytime you have a gap like that, then that's just a mistake always. Like, you're going to always have that being taken advantage. If you're behind and you can't win in a straight up engage, you're going to lose. But here we go. There's going to be an engage on bottom, and this Jothi is so far ahead right now. He's already got a Brutalizer and Wriggles. They know they have to run away from this, especially with the Vayne having a double buff and that BF sword almost building into a... I don't know, I'm looking at her build. Looks like she's going to go for the Bloodthirster. She was going to go for an Infinity, and then was like, never mind, I'm going to build a Bloodthirster instead. I don't know. But either way, this is going to be a Dragon soon. They're, maybe, I don't know, what's the timer on it? 17:31.
Comes up.
So 30 seconds. Yeah, they're going to just kind of hang out here, maybe do some counter jungling. I like this Udyr. What he's doing here is standing in the bush, waiting for somebody to potentially run that direction. He's just going to catch him, but no one rode by that direction. They have vision here. They're going to ping it. They're pinging it. They're going to go for a kill here onto one of the 3 players. Don't think they know that Morgana's here, though. They want to be careful about that, or at least Skyr does, until his team gets there. So Dragon is coming up in about 1 second. There it is. And they'll be able to easily pick this up. Nobody from Spain is there ready to get this. And so that's another free Dragon for France. And so this is looking pretty good for these guys.
And look at the ward coverage for France. I mean, they know everything that goes on the bottom side of Spain's jungle there.
Yeah, once you have that kind of an advantage, it's really hard to, as the enemy team that's behind, it's really hard to come back and ward that, especially Janus, Gun, and Oracles. As you can see, they are trying to ward up, but they're everywhere, and they're taking out those wards instantly. Boom, another ward taken out. Look at that. So 2 wards destroyed instantly from that Oracles, and I don't see very much option for Spain other than just hanging out by their towers and waiting for a opening. You know, they just need to take advantage of somebody getting out of position once, and then they can come back. And that's stuff that does happen, but it's less likely, and it's just really hard to find those openings. If they can do that, though, then they have a chance. Right now, they are at risk of losing a Baron or whatever. They're probably trying to bait this out. I don't know if they want to actually fight this. I think they just want to force Spain into trying to stop them because they know they can win a team fight if Spain's away from their towers. That's the way I feel about it right now. Of course, at the same time, they don't want to get stuck inside a Morgana ultimate. There could be a great Sona Morgana ultimate combo on top of a Gangplank, and that could actually win a fight for them. They're not necessarily out of the game, but here we go. Looks like, oh no, XPK almost gets caught there, loses half his HP, has to jump over. Sona now out of position, trying to run away, gonna get feared. No, he's not. Nice shield by the Morgana just in time, and a binding saves him. Gangplank ulti going down, gonna just force them to run away. But what that does is it allows them to get a Baron, because now that the Gangplank ulti is down, he can't use it to do damage to them at the Baron. And I don't know if Sona used her ulti. I think she did. But basically, that's what they did, was they baited it out. And it worked.
Yep, and able just to make Tristana have to go back there, and you can't engage on a Baron 4-on-5 when you're already down 5 kills. You know, the players in the other team just cannot. You know, they'll take you out too quickly. And you know, it's one of those things you never want to let the opponents get Baron, but you can't trade, you know, 4 or 5 deaths for it.
All right, awesome deal. So this is just looking worse and worse for Spain. It's almost a complete flip of last game, but well, without an Anivia that's wrecking their whole team, it's more like a Nocturn that's wrecking it. I think those early 2 kills played a huge impact on the outcome of this game, to be perfectly honest, because Gangplank was just unable to provide any real help to his lanes. He was behind the entire time. Let's take a look. He's level 9, and compared to that jungle, I mean, that's a pretty big difference. 2 levels behind, but I'm thinking that the gold advantage is a pretty big deal as well.
Well, especially the global gold damage, because we have none over here on Spain.
Yeah, and I'm at 1,600. If I buy an item, about 1,200 total. So it's looking at about 6K total global gold for the team. That's a big difference to 0. 6K to none. That's huge. And looks like this tower's gonna be going down. They can't really stop this. They're just gonna tank it. Yeah, Jalti went ahead and tanked that. Bayer buff is still up. Oh man, look at that damage going down. But Cass might get caught here. Yes. Wow, nice flash, gonna keep her alive just barely. And a nice little Janna ulti there keeps everybody back from chasing. And that's gonna be actually a kill onto the Aurelia. I thought they might be able to make something happen there. They just were not able to do the damage output that was necessary. And now they're gonna lose another tower.
And it was great play by Kuja. Kuja, you know, seeing that Cassiopeia's in trouble there and just turning that fight around almost single-handedly. I love to see support play like that.
Yeah, that's one of those under-mentioned things. Support players make such a huge role in the game. That tornado and that knockback kept the entire team from really doing anything that fight for a very long amount of time, and it allowed them to recover from that little bit of getting caught. And they ended up winning, killing Aurelia. So there's the 2 base towers down. Nice ulti on on Morgana. Not really going to matter at this point in the game, but they are able to take out the... That's just a 1-for-1 trade, though. No, it's not, actually. They killed Tristana.
2-for-1 trade, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even see Tristana go down. I'm going to go ahead and back out, probably pick up a red buff here, go by, and then just finish the game in a last push once the super creeps start to pile up.
And another great job by Kuja there, hitting the tornado and getting Vayne out of there safely.
That would have been a nice binding right there. I don't think it would have killed him, but it's always cool to see those over-the-wall bindings that latch on and do big damage. Morgana, though, she's not really doing big damage yet. She has a Rod of Ages. It's not fully farmed up or timed up or whatever you want to call it. I guess it doesn't farm itself. It's more like timer-based, but... Anyways, she's not too big of an issue this game. It's just they needed more time, I think. Aurelia wasn't able to stay top lane and farm the whole game. She doesn't even have her Trinity Force yet. It's not 25 minutes and this game's almost over. Just like last game, it was a complete reversal. And Tristana is so useless, and if she's not fed early game until late game. And then most people will agree to that. They'll say, you know, Tristana's got a really heavy mid game. And she has to be able to get lots of kills early on to bypass that, or she has to be carried by her AP carries until late game, where she gets those items and becomes one of the strongest AD carries in the game. They just weren't able to do that this one.
And what's going to end up really interesting is the bans for Game 3.
I would say that's probably true. There's a lot of champions to ban though here. They have to worry about potentially an Anivia. They have to worry about a Cassiopeia, which they actually banned out last game. And I don't think Cassiopeia was a huge issue. It was more that Nocturn just really shut down Spain early game. And I think that set the pace for the rest of this game. If
Well, and both teams have shown some of these champions they're really strong with. You know, looking at Udyr and Nocturn and Anivia. But the question becomes, do you trade some of the characters that are standard bans? You know, Lee Sin, Orianna. Do you trade them to go for more specific bans?
Oh wow, Sona gets one ultied, and that's gonna be Skyart, who actually goes down there, but not that it matters. So that's gonna be game number 2. Great, well played game by France coming that back. That's gonna make it 1-1, and we'll see in game number 3 who's able to take this and move on to the next matches. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll go ahead and move on to the next one.